All right, today's topic is a fluency exercise and it's a listening exercise. So you will be practicing both skills, plus you will have the chance to give your opinion on um, various topics of interest. Um, so, so it's fluency, listening, and speaking. So listening, you have to listen to me and to understand me, then you will get a chance to give your opinion, which would be based on fluency. So that is the plan for today. So I will be giving specific specific um, uh, opinions about something, and then people will say whether they agree or disagree. So hi Raul, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm really fine. And you?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty
Yes.
good.
It's my first time here in Berlin.
Oh, awesome. Well, welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome.
thank you.
Tell me about this picture.
About my picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, my picture it's me holding the moon because I really love the moon.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Uh, it's quite interesting for me, the universe or something like that, astronomy, the stars, constellations, galaxies. It's so interesting for me, the astronomy.
So do you work in the astronomy industry?
No, 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 no. I work in Spain. I am for the social.
Uh-huh.
I would
Okay.
like to be an astronomer, but I'm not an astronomer. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh. So you're a social worker,
Yes.
but and then you enjoy astronomy and things like that. Well, I like the picture. And then Rafa, where is this picture actually taken? I think no, Alex, you're not Rafa.
No, I don't know him.
Well, you guys have the almost exact same picture. So,
Yeah.
yeah, almost, yeah. His is slightly different. So I thought it was Rafa. So Alex, tell me, where is this picture taken?
Actually, it is not my picture. It is a picture from somewhere in the on the
On the
internet.
internet. Oh, that's
Yeah.
probably where he got it too. That's why. So, Alex, where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
Russia. Well,
Yeah.
welcome. Welcome. What part of Russia? Are you in St. Petersburg or
Yes,
um,
you're right. I'm in St. Petersburg. It's
are
not
you
so,
really?
yeah, far from Moscow.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, what's really weird is I think my mind went back 20 years ago and I was almost ready to call it Leningrad.
Yes, you're right.
And when did it actually change to St. Petersburg? It was a long time ago, right?
Actually, it is a tough question. I don't remember.
Yeah, okay. It was a long, long time ago.
Yeah,
So,
maybe 50 or 100 years ago.
really, it was that long ago? I wonder
Yes,
why.
yes, a lot of
what-
years, many years ago.
And I'm not that old, so I wonder why it just came out. Hi, Olga. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. I'm okay. It's Friday. I'm
It's
happy.
Friday. Yeah, Friday's really nice. Yeah. Um, so, were you in this class yesterday? What do you think? I think you were.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I liked it.
Okay. So, do you want to go over different topics, or do you want to go do the same things?
It's up to you.
Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll start on the bottom and go up. Uh, all right. And Alex and Raul, this class today is a listening and fluency class. And so you will have the chance to practice listening because I will be giving you specific statements. And then you will decide whether you agree or disagree with that and where on a scale between 1 and 10. And then after everybody decides where on the scale they are, then you will give your opinion. So then that will be a fluency. Uh, Watch the Verbling chat as I will be writing out any feedback or alternative ways that you can say stuff. Okay, so if somebody makes a mistake on prepositions or something like that, instead of stopping you and instead of stopping you, what I'll do is I'll write it on the chat, because that way you can just practice your fluency. So please watch the chat for any feedback. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right. So, yeah, for some reason I'm not sure why I did this, but I put this actual lesson, what do you think, on the schedule about 4 times this week. And I'm like, oh, okay. But the thing about this activity is you never get through the entire thing. So because Olga was in this class yesterday, we are actually going to start on the bottom and then work our way up. So with specific statements. So I'm going to say some statements, and you guys will tell me whether you agree or disagree. And we will actually, on this chart, we'll just put it here. So I'll say a statement, and if Raul, if you think it should be number 4, I'll mark it right there, and then maybe Alex thinks it's 7, and maybe I think it's number 10. I completely agree with it. Where Olga thinks it should be number 1. So then we can discuss it. And some of the topics you have a lot more things to say than other topics. Okay. Okay. The first is everybody ready?
Yes, ready.
Okay. So the first statement is, we should try to cure criminals, not punish them. Okay, so the first statement is, we should try to cure criminals, not punish them. Okay, I've put this on the chat in case my pronunciation is too difficult. I understand. Usually it takes somebody a couple weeks to get me 100%. Some people, they understand me right away. It depends. So Alex, in your opinion, what number would you put that on? Do you agree or disagree? We should try to cure criminals, not punish them.
I would say 7.
7, okay. And Raul, where are you at?
Oof, I don't know really. Maybe 5 or 6.
Okay.
6 maybe.
6, okay. And Olga?
It's really tough to say. Let's be 5.
5, okay. And I am at a 5 as well. Okay, so Alex, what do you think of this issue? Talk to us.
Especially in our country, unfortunately, people who did their time in prison or jail, after they recovered, they cannot find a job, or maybe employer doesn't want to hire them. So I think that it is much better to make special places from government or sponsors maybe, and to put these people there just to make them better. So I don't think that it is necessary to punish them, only if it is maybe very harmful criminals. So I agree, but in most cases people could make bad things just one time, and it is much better to make them I don't know how to say, to adjust to a normal life as soon as possible.
Okay. So basically, to adjust to a normal life, so you would basically, a word could be transition.
Yeah.
So as you transition them, that they would be able to, have a job, for example, and things like that. So you're in Russia, right?
Yes, right.
Yeah. So in Russia, do you have programs um, uh, for prisoners as they get out of prison?
As far as I know, we don't have any special programs for these people, and most of them, maybe 80 or more % of these people, go back to jails after they recover from the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Yeah.
is a great problem here in Russia, I think.
Mm-hmm. And it's better for them to uh, concentrate on curing them and not punishing them because it doesn't
Yes.
help them when they leave. Okay. All right. So, okay, welcome. Did you see the statement that we're
Not yet.
okay? It's on the. Oh, that's right. You cannot see the Verbling chat, right? So
Now I can see it. Yeah.
you
This
can.
time I
Okay.
can see it. Yes.
Okay. So we should try to cure criminals, not punish them.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the rest of the activity that we did yesterday. So okay. So where are you on this one, Ake?
Agree.
You agree? You're at 10 or
Maybe almost 9 or 10. Yeah.
9 or 10? Okay, so we'll put you right here. And I'm going to put you as a K since we already have A. So we'll have it be the Ken part. Okay. Raul, you put a 6. Why did you put a 6?
Yes, because it's a difficult question. Okay. For example, how do you cure the people who kill? How do you cure the people who harm another people? Is a different question. I agree with Alice. Not all the crimes are the same. For example, if you rob because you are starving or your family needs, it's different. But it's difficult. For example, how do you how one man gets a pardon or something when he kill, or it's a difficult question because for me it's a topic to cure the crime, but I would like to believe that this is possible. But in some ways it's quite difficult to know what is the difference on one side, on the other side. I don't know, but for me it's a topic the same, to cure the crimes, but I would like to believe.
Yeah. But there are prison systems, I think, that are actually curing, or at least that's their aim is to cure the criminals and not punish them. But I wonder how effective it is. So okay, why did you put number 9 or 10? Why do you agree this so wholeheartedly? Okay.
Sorry, I forgot unmuting. Yeah. Sorry, because after the release, if they have the same tendency or same desire, or if they cannot control themselves, they probably will do the same crime again, the vicious circle. And one person who get famous kind of IT company's president was arrested and he spent several years in the jail. He said after that, people, how can I say, for example, drug addiction case, people who are arrested by speed, and even in the jail, they are kind of exchange information about speed. So probably without enough support or without enough care, maybe after they're released from the jail, they will use speed again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So did you say that? Are you talking speed as far as the drug speed?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
So did he say like in prison they can still get the drug if they want it?
not get, but after they released
Uh-huh.
the jail, they exchange information in the jail,
Yeah.
so they don't think it's not a bad thing or a kind of maybe they do need it.
Mm-hmm.
So without stopping that thing, maybe they will use it again and again. That's a
Yeah.
vicious circle.
Yeah. Without having
Maybe changing habits.
yeah, without a concentration on therapy and so forth.
Mhm.
Okay. Olga, what do you say? You said 5,
Well,
and I agree.
yes, because this statement is this question is very rhetorical. So I can say for sure for 100% people should be cured or they should be punished. I have one idea that people should be punished because I can take like an example. Kids, when they do something wrong, when you punish them, they understand better than what they
Uh-huh.
did. For example, dogs. When you train the dog, when you punish the dog, he knows better that he did something wrong. So from on the one hand, so I can tell people should be punished. Then maybe they can understand better. At the other hand, so maybe people should be curing or cured.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I play the devil's advocate on that one? Do you guys know what that means? To play the devil's advocate. Anybody any idea what that means? Anybody?
No,
No?
no.
Okay. To play the devil's advocate, I'm going to argue a point that you said, and just to see what you guys think, even though I agree with you. But you had basically said that children learn from punishment. But what about the saying in English? We say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Okay, see you later, Raul. So can we actually? So you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So can we actually cure these people since they're adults? I mean, Ake, you think we can? Can we truly cure these people if we can't even teach an old dog new tricks?
It's case
Maybe
by case actually. Changing habits is not so easy, but in the drug abuse case, uh, here in Japan, after they get out of jail, almost no support, no drug rehab center. And so in that circumstances, just and they commit a crime again, but people just criticize them. But actually, without a drug rehab center, maybe they cannot regain from that heavy addiction because speed causes a heavy addiction, and maybe some people they don't want to go there actually, probably. But how can I say? Current jail cannot work with such kind of rehab kind of thing at all. Uh, Probably. I heard of the one that IT industry's president and other podcast show about speed. So
Okay.
maybe more how can I say a commitment is necessary. Just criticize the punishment, but also the commitment to stop how to stop it. We need to think about that.
All right, thank you.
You know,
And-
I watched a video about maybe you've heard Kozlovsky. He was a businessman, and he did one of the biggest fraud. So he earned money, but avoiding paying fees, and he was one of the richest person here in America.
yeah.
Now he got to jail, and so he's gonna stay in jail for 20 years. And he was interviewed, and the person, so he's punished. Now he's in jail, and he knows that he's gonna be in jail for 20 years. And
Mhm.
when he was interviewed in jail, the person asked him, uh, if you get out of jail, are you gonna do the same thing? And he said, I'll never change anything.
Mhm.
I would not change something.
Yeah.
So in this case, I think he was punished actually, and it
Uh-huh.
didn't work. So in this case, I think there are cases when people, when they are punished, it works. When in this case, like with Kozlovsky, he was punished and he didn't. It didn't work.
Mhm.
So he should be curing, I think.
Yeah. So the
But
question
the
is,
punishment that didn't work actually.
yeah, the question here is, does the punishment fit the crime? You know, if somebody's going to go to jail for 20 years, is that does that fit what he did? You know, of course, somebody who murders, they get a life sentence. That fits the crime as far as I'm concerned. But some of these white collar crimes, you never know. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's go on to another topic. Another topic is people suffering from incurable diseases should have the choice of being put painlessly to death. Okay?
Euthanasia.
Yeah, so people suffering from incurable diseases should have the opportunity to be put painlessly to death. What do you guys think? Okay, where are you on this one?
Number 5.
Okay.
It's case by case, actually.
Okay, it's case by case, okay. I'm at an H. You're 5. Okay. And Alex, where are you?
I think 10 would be great.
10. So you and I are completely opposite here. So that's great. Olga, where are you?
Can you explain
Yeah.
for me, please, this? So this put painlessness to death.
Basically, say for example, somebody is
I
very
just want to
ill.
make sure if I understand correctly.
Uh-huh.
Just
Okay. No worries. Somebody, it's basically called doctor assisted. If I can write it right, assisted suicide.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So, do you agree or disagree?
Mm, I agree 100%.
Okay, so you're over here with Olga. Okay, and then Raul, where are you?
I with Olga and Aka agree, and 10%.
110%. Okay, so you're over here with number 10 too. Okay, so let's start with Ake. Since you're at a 5, you're kind of what we say on the fence.
Yeah, sitting on the fence, yeah.
Yeah, so talk to us, since you can probably agree with both sides.
Yes, because it's case by case, even if the cure of disease, if the people can live happily or painlessly, maybe they can live, they can fulfill their life. But some curative disease patients suffer a lot. So that's why mercy killing is or assisted suicide legalized in Colorado and Holland. And actually, there's a need. But however, the problem of assisted suicide is sometimes it fails. It's not to kill is not easy actually. The person actually feel pain. It's kind of and or in the Lemeling report, which after the Dutch legalized mercy killing released, in that report says one kid who he is not his how can you say is retarded offensive word or something?
It is. You would say mentally handicapped.
Mentally handicapped kids were killed because of that report criticized that case. So it's kind of complicated problem. But if I suffered a lot in a terminal situation, maybe I don't want to suffer anymore. That's natural. But kind of technique or technology sometimes is not enough or perfect. That's the problem. Okay, that's it.
Okay, thank you for your thoughts on that. I am totally against it for exactly what Ake mentioned, that in Holland they had somebody who was mentally handicapped that went through this mercy killing or the doctor-assisted suicide, and I think we didn't choose when we were born, so we don't get to choose when we die. So. But the concern with allowing doctor-assisted suicide, to me, is at the possibility of euthanasia. Yeah. So, let's see if I can spell it right. Euthanasia. Is that right? No, it's not spelled right. Euthanasia. Euthanasia is when people say, "Oh, we don't need to provide health care to that newborn because the child's going to die anyway," or they just choose not to provide health care to people because they're going to die anyway. So, but that's my opinion. Alex, talk to us. What do you think?
I think that everyone who suffers from bad disease, and if he knows that he couldn't be recovered totally, I believe that it is his or her choice to live and to continue to suffer, or just to make an injection and to die, and because not only this person suffer, but other relatives, they also thinking about him, and maybe they nervous and so on. So it is much better for him and for anyone who close to him. So why not? If I don't want to live and I don't want to suffer from this, it's my choice. I think so.
Yeah. Okay. And Olga, talk to us. What do you think?
Yes, I agree with this statement for sure. So, if the person suffers from incurable disease, so this person should have this choice. As Alex said, so the person who suffers from this disease suffers, and his family suffers as well. I have this example. So my grandfather suffered from disease. He had cancer. So of course we don't have this choice to suicide, and it was really bad, and I felt bad. Everybody in our family we felt sorry for our grandfather because we couldn't help him. And it's, when you see this person dying and you can't do anything, it's the worst thing. And this person who is suffering, he feels much worse than that we can see him in this way, dying, And there are cases when, for example, in the family there is a person who suffers from incurable disease, and they don't have enough money even to help him. I mean, to buy medicines,
Oh, really?
to so this person would feel this pain not so strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if, for example, the family doesn't have enough money to pay to relieve this pain, so it's better to have a choice and to let him go if you can help him anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. And Raul, what do you say?
Okay, I think the first thing I want to say, nowadays we live in most countries we live in a society who the government are separated from the religious or for the religions. It's different, for example, in the old times when the religions were very or have had a good yes, a good lesson in the government, but nowadays I think the life must be life in all sense. You have to, or you can to decide how is the way to want you to die, or for example, you have an incurable disease. For me, for example, these things touch me really close about my father, who died the last year with a terrible illness, lung illness. It was so difficult to see him for several years, to how to let the sea destroy him from inside. It was so difficult in the family, and my father didn't have the choice to decide, for example, if he want to die with dignity and stop suffer a lot like him suffering in this time.
Would your father have chosen assisted suicide?
Maybe, I don't know if my father will be choosing the euthanasia, but I don't know. But I think if my father had been or would have been the choice, maybe he decided to leave this world. I don't know really, but for example, it's not necessary to have a lot of pain in this life nowadays. If you know this tomorrow are you gonna die with a lot of pain, with suffer, and your family are gonna see all these kind of things. It's so difficult. It's not the same, for example, you have a terrible illness who destroy you, who you can move it, or you can talk, or you can do a lot of things. Maybe it's different if you know you only rest in your life maybe 1 year, 2 years, but you are good in some way. Maybe it's different, but I think the decision about your life is yours, if not nobody. That's my opinion.
Yeah, so you think that the person who is sick should have be able to make the decision. Yes. What about? I guess I'm going to play the devil's advocate here. What about and this is why I'm against it. Because I think, yeah, that's true. Anybody, as a person, I should be able to choose and make my own choices. But what about if my mind goes so far beyond where I should be?
This is different, okay.
Yeah.
This is different because maybe your mind is not working the way it must be doing, but this is different. Maybe the family, the relatives, but I don't know really.
Yeah, and my concern is, okay, so what if my mind goes bad for a while, but it turns out it's just temporary. But my sister decides, okay, let's be humane. Let's end her life and end her suffering. And then 5 days after I would have died, they came up with a miracle drug that would have fixed whatever it was that was causing my problem. And that's, to me, the concern I have is if, what if they come up with something? So
I think we're speaking about different diseases and different sufferings.
Mm-hmm.
So as Raul said, and I said about my grandfather, they suffered really, and you saw him. I saw him like dying, destroying from inside and outside. When you have like your mind goes behind, it's not really suffering. It's just your family. Them, it's difficult with you. For example, I mean, but nobody suffers as suffers in other cases. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah. So if it's cancer, which my dad has cancer as well, and if it's cancer and your body is going, that's different than if your mind is going.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think so. We should have this choice to let people go easier.
Okay.
And not suffering so strong,
So you agree with it because you believe that people should have that choice.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go on to another topic. See, where are we at? Good. We are. Okay. The next one is about. Again, this one is about choice as well. But it is impossible to have a successful career and a successful family life. You have to choose one or the other. So the statement is, it is impossible to have a successful career and a successful family life. You have to choose one or the other. What do you think? So, Aral, what do you think? What number are you at?
I think it's possible. Maybe number 7.
Number 7? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and Olga? What number are you at?
I think number 8.
8. Okay.
7, 8. Yes.
Okay. 7, 8. Okay, and Alex?
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay. And then Ake?
The meaning of question, if you're supposed to have a successful career and successful family life, I have to choose one.
Okay.
I cannot understand the question. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Basically, what the statement is saying is that in order to be successful, the person has to choose either their a successful career or a successful family life. You cannot have both.
Okay, people have to choose one, career or family.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much, maybe 8.
8. Okay. So you're over here. Okay, I thought you were closer to where I thought, but no. Okay, so let's talk about the people who agree first. Talk to you guys first. Raul, you're at a 7. Talk to us. What do you think?
Okay, I think if you have a successful career, it's possible to have a successful life or family life. It all depends in which situations you will be. For example, how many hours you dedicate to your job. But I think it's better if you have a good or successful career you have more option to have a successful life. Maybe the life is easy, and you earn a lot of money, and you I don't know, you are be able to get things that the other people, for example, cannot get for his family. It all depends on the work, as I say, but for me, it's possible. Okay, I think it's better if you have a good career, a good job, successful job, and you earn a lot of money. Maybe you have more options than the other people. For example, the poor people, or with or other kind of job, more or less interesting. Is my opinion.
Okay, so let me see if I understand you correctly. So you think that they do have to choose, and that they should choose a successful career, because then you'll have a more successful life.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Olga, talk to us. Why do you agree with this statement?
Yes, first of all, I would like to say, so it depends. So at the same time, from my point of view, you can be successful in your career and have a successful life and family at the same time. When you build your career first, and you are good enough, you earn money, and you can spend less time at your job. When you want to be successful in your career, you have to spend a lot of time. So I can tell you from point of view of a girl, I tried to do my career, to be successful in my career, and I spend like 15, almost 20 hours a day to work to be successful. And then it was impossible to have a successful life, personal life, because you don't have enough time to spend with your boyfriend, or to be at home to cook something, or so on and so forth. And you have to choose. You have to be at home to meet your family, to spend with your family, but you have not enough time to spend at your job, at your work. So I think it's impossible to have. I think it's more for girls, for women, that it's impossible because they have much more to do at home than men. That's why for girls it's impossible.
It's impossible. Okay. All right. Thank you. Alex, you kind of more or less disagree with this statement. Talk to us.
Yes, I disagree from a man point of view, but I agree with Olga. For women, it is not so easy to be successful in a career and to be successful in a family with your children and so on. But from man point of view, I think that it is not a problem actually, because it is mainly the deal between two people. If two people, man and woman, suits each other great, and they understand each other, woman understands that man need to be successful in the job and to make money and so on, and man understand that it is necessary to help women in regular day life with children and with housekeeping and so on. So I think that it is a relationship between two people. So it is not a problem what you will choose, job or family. It is much better to find the exact the second half, the exact people of your whole life, and everything will be all right. in job and in family.
Okay. So, yeah, I think, Alex, you're kind of thinking the same way I do. That I think that if I was a single mother, trying to have a successful career and a successful family life, or if you guys you men were single fathers, I think it would be very, very difficult. But if there is a support network, it is possible to have both. If you do it by yourself, no, it's not possible. Then I would agree. But if you have a support network, and I was doing this activity probably about 10 years ago with a student who was he was an executive in a paper company, and his wife was a doctor. And he completely disagreed with this statement, and the reason, he said, he used his family as an example, and he said the only reason that they have a successful family life is because of his parents. So his parents actually came and would help them out when they were unable to do things with the kids. So they had a successful family life because of their support network. But if he said that if he and his wife tried to do it themselves, that their family life would suffer. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it means that you probably agree with us. So it is possible. Of course, if you have parents, if you have friends, if you have support, but if we're talking about two people, a woman and a man, and they have to choose, and they have to answer this question: can you just two together be successful in your career and in your family at the same time?
Yeah,
So,
I think, like Alex said, if one couple, either the man or the woman, chooses the career and one chooses the family life, then together they can be successful.
yes, they can fit, but at the same time, yes, it's impossible.
Yeah, you're right. I think we all agree. it's how we are looking at it, where Alex and I are seeing it's possible with a support network, and you guys are saying it's impossible, because you do have to choose one or the other. So, yeah. Awesome. Let's go to another topic, since we all agree on this this one. So, okay, this one is really interesting. And Olga, you and I will probably have a very different point of view, but maybe not. Okay, this is a male-female situation. Okay, it is acceptable for a man to marry a woman much younger than himself, but not for a woman to do so. So let me read this again. It is acceptable for a man to marry a woman much younger than himself, but not for a woman to do so.
You make me smile. So. Can you ask, first of all, your opinion?
My opinion on this one? I completely and totally disagree. I'm right over here. What is your opinion, Olga?
What differences are we talking about? 20, 30, 40 years?
Yeah. Let's say, for example, my niece, for example. So we're so thankful that the relationship is over. But when she turned 18, she started marrying a guy who was 38.
Okay.
So, so what's your opinion, Olga?
Oh, do you hear me? It really depends what difference is between a man and a woman. I can tell you, so I am dating with a guy who is younger than I am, and like 5 years ago, I was for sure for 100%. So I'm gonna date with a guy that is gonna be at least 7, 8 years older. And now I'm dating for 2 years with a guy that is 5 years younger than me. So, you know, you can say, you can have different opinions, but in real life, it can happen different.
Yeah.
So that's why I was smiling, because I was talking a lot about the difference
Mm-hmm.
between women and men, and it made me laugh a lot.
Yeah. So but the statement is basically saying that it's okay for who's that guy? He's the old man in near Hollywood, the Playboy Mansion. What's that guy's name? Do you guys know? Anyway, he's a really old man, and he's like 60 or 70, and he dates and wants to marry women that are in their 20s.
It's not acceptable.
So, as a woman who's in, is in my, I'm not in my 50s, but if I were in my 50s or 60s, could I marry a guy in my 20s? So Olga, where
I
are you
totally
at?
disagree. I disagree with the difference in 10 or 20 years.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard a statement. So when you have the difference, when there is a difference between a man and a woman, like till 7 years, so this is okay. If more, it's gonna be a problem already.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I think.
Still 7. If you have the difference 7 or 8 years, it's not a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
Either you are younger, or you are older. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I say 7 to 10 either way is fine with me, but any more I wouldn't do. So, Ake, where are you at in this scale?
Actually, from the beginning, maybe the woman and man's difference are kind of sexist.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why man and woman difference, and that's their business. So if they want, they can.
Okay, so you disagree, agree?
That means a statement is it should be or should not be.
Well,
Should be accepted. Also.
Yeah. Do you agree with the statement or do you disagree with the statement?
For man to marry a woman much younger. Acceptable, I think, because it's their business.
Okay, so you're kind of you're at a 5 because you're on the fence. So it depends.
No.
No?
That's acceptable. If they want, they can do.
Okay, but is it acceptable for a woman to do the same?
Yeah, man and woman should be the same, equal.
Okay, so then you would disagree.
Acceptable if they want.
So you would disagree with the statement then?
Okay, yes. No,
okay.
I got it.
Okay. So, Alex, where are you at?
I think that it is not acceptable. So, I disagree.
You disagree as well? Okay.
Yes. Because I believe that there is no love in these relationships, and in most cases it is much more money than love.
Yeah, it's more. I think it's more power, especially with the men and the women thing. At least it was with my niece and her boyfriend. It was not a good situation. So, Raul.
Okay, I agree with the statement, but I not agree because okay, this is quite rare. It's quite rare. I agree with the statement because it's true, but I disagree because it's unfair. Okay, this society is you are an old woman or an old boy, and you get married with a young woman is acceptable, but in the other way is not acceptable. And I think this world is today so machist. It's possible, machist.
I don't know what you mean by that.
It's like the world is thinking is always working only for the main minds.
Okay, I think you're thinking macho.
Okay, and this is my opinion. I know it's true. the statement, but for me it's unfair.
I was doing this this activity with, it was two engineers, okay? They were both in their 40s, and they both had daughters who were 15 years old, and they were saying, oh yeah, it's totally fine for a man to marry a woman like 40 and 20. And and so I turned to the guy and I said, okay, so it's okay for him, and I pointed at his colleague, to marry your daughter in 5 years. And he goes, oh, no. It's completely changed his tune, because of course he doesn't want his daughter marrying a man the same age as him. So it was really funny though. We all laughed about it for a long time. So,
Yeah.
So okay. Right, let's see. Let's try one more statement. We only have a couple minutes left. Okay, this one, we actually did this one last time, Olga and Ake as well. It isn't very important if you make a mistake in English, as long as people understand you.
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. How about who? That was that Raul? Alex.
I agree too.
You agree? And Olga and okay, what did you guys say yesterday?
Maybe 9.5 or something.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I said that I totally agree, but in reality, I'm really shy to speak when I'm not sure am I correct or not, or I don't know how to say correct, so I'm gonna stay aside and don't talk. But it's okay. You have to speak even if you make a mistake.
It is not your native language. It is much. Okay.
Elivas.